Get what? Somebody sitting in my car. Sitting in my car, I'm like, well, hold on, lady. Do you work for Avis? Like, nah, this is my car. I just got it. She's like, no, you got Avis. This is a budget car. So if you saw budget on the wall, you know that Avis and budget kind of, if you don't rent a car, they kind of like the same company. So I'm like, all right, cool. Well, maybe they just don't share parking spaces. I couldn't have been more wrong. So Avis budget, I've been renting for them for a long, long time. So they send me all kind of promotional codes and this, that, and the third. So that's why I just chose them. So I know that you can go into one location and they have both Avis and budget in the same location. But I didn't know about this parking situation. So the car she was actually in was the car they rented me. But I didn't know it because it was parked in budget. My paperwork says Avis. I walk another Green Mile. Walk all over this place to every parking spot that had Avis name on it, only to find out later, once I actually got with the guy, that the parking spot, they share parking spots. So the car she was in was actually my car. So now he's just like, all right, man, I'm gonna give you any other car. Just let me see what's available. I'm gonna scan it, see if it's been rented. If it hasn't been rented, I'm just gonna give it to you. Probably the same thing somebody just did to the other person that was driving the car that I was supposed to get. But I'm like, all right, cool. Look, I need a car. Let's go. This little other young guy there, he's like, hey, have you ever done this before? Have you ever transferred a car before? He's like, no, okay, I'm going to train you. I'm like, bro, now is not the time to train anybody. I've already been delayed with one situation that have nothing to do with you. Then I get a car that's already somebody else is already sitting in and then drove off with. Now you got to transfer me a car. It just was what I call the rental car nightmare. So he's trying to train him. I'm ready to go. He finally go ahead and get everything squared away. I checked the car out, man. I'm like, all right, look, let me just go. I got to get my family. They back at baggage claim waiting on me. All right, so now I'm rolling. I'm like, all right, cool. I can leave. Only thing I got to do is just go back to arrivals and go pick my wife, my son up. No, there's another checkpoint before you leave where you got to go through that checkpoint. I'm like, man, this is crazy. I can't call my wife and tell her, hey, I'm on my way. This, that, and the third. I tried to send a little text or whatever, but I was using, quote unquote, the GPS on my phone to kind of get right back to the right spot. So I wasn't, and my phone was about to die. I don't have no charger with me. Wasn't planning on being gone for 2 hours, but finally get back to my family, get my son, take my wife on to Walmart so she can go get the Pampers and a few other things that we need that we're going to take on this cruise ship. My son's hungry, so I jump in the back seat and just feed him and burp him and play with him. And then we go in there and go play around with mama for a little bit in the store before